awareness service is a group service. Suppose for larger public you wanted to tell something, then you'll use current awareness services. For an individualized services, this SDI is there, right? Selective dissemination of information. For example, you wanted to announce something, that there are competitive books which are there in our library, you can use them. You have told that competitive exam books. Okay, so you are not telling each and every student, you are telling to whole, the total group. So that is called as current awareness. You are informing the students that there are some competitive exam books purchased by the library, you can use them. Okay, so that is current awareness service. Suppose in that students group, if there is a person who wanted to have civil services books, so if you are telling that particular student about the availability, that is called as selective dissemination of information. That means individualized. So you are asking each and every student, what's your requirement, what's your choice, and you are serving those students. That's called as SDI services. You are identifying the choices of the students, and you are delivering the services based on the choice. So that's called as selective dissemination of information. Again, in that you will be maintaining SDI profiles and users data, and again this exchange of information process will be there. So here also same thing. And commercial information databases. So there are some commercial databases also there, like Dialog, STN, Silver Platter. There are providers are there, commercial information providers. So when you wanted to access those providers services, when you wanted to access those services, then you have to again use this Z39.50 protocol. Okay. Then finally, web searching and also filtering also, this Z39.50 protocol is being used. In all these areas, this which are directly implemented in the libraries, this Z39.50 is influencing there. So now not only these, there are many other areas also. These are the more important areas where Z39.50 protocol is being used. Okay. Then coming to there are examples of Z39.50. An example is there, which is Arts and Humanities Data Service. Arts and Humanities Data Service, which is there in Glasgow University. So what it does is, it is maintaining, or it is sending a query to 5 different databases. See here 268, you can see that in the end of the page, you can see that AHDS is a gateway which uses Z39.50 query to send to different places. So where it is sending to New York Library, Chester Library, then Glasgow, Newcastle, Oxford. 5 different libraries are there, and it is consulting 5 different libraries, databases, and it is getting. So here also again, this Z39.50 protocol is being used. So this is an example of where actually this Z39.50 protocol is being used. Okay. So here, not only these places, there are many other places where wherever there is an information exchange program is there, exchange functions are there, where this can be used. Okay. So this is all about the Z39.50. Okay. Any doubts in this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can also ask later also. No problem. Now we'll finish up the other topics also for today. Next is data mining. Page number 271. So what is this data mining? Now what is mining? Mining means tavodam. So why do you dig? Why do you dig? Suppose in olden days we used to dig wells, బావులు తవ్వాడు ఎందుకోసం నీళ్ల కోసం. Even for mineralogy department, mining department, they will dig the mountains for what? Ores. Okay, for ores, minerals. For that purpose, they will be digging the mines. Now here, data mining. You are digging the mountains of data. Mountain of data ante enti? Big, large amount of data is being digged. For what purpose? దేనికోసం? Digging అంటే డేటాను ఎట్లా తవ్వుతారు? డేటాను తవ్వడం అంటే ఏంటి? అనాలిసిస్ చేయడం. Here, mining means analyzing, interpreting the data based on the some kind of a patterns. You'll identify the pattern. You'll identify the pattern. You'll identify the characteristics. You'll identify some kind of a different sequences through the analysis. Okay? For why is used? For example, particularly, and okay, example, particularly this crime department uses this data mining. Financial department, like income tax department, what they will do? They will take the data from the banks. So in a person's account, suddenly 20 lakhs came. Okay, account of 20 lakhs per day. They will have the data. Every month there is a transaction of 50,000 at on the transactions every month. Suddenly there was a transaction of 20 lakhs. That's a pattern. That's a irregularity in the data. That's a how. How they will know it? When they analyze it. Suddenly there was a difference. So they will interpret it, why it has happened. Okay? Even in other cases like the calls, suppose in offices also, for example, in police investigations, they'll also track the calls from different places they are calling. Suppose a criminal is calling from different places and doing some kind of a illegal work. So they will analyze it. Using the data, they will analyze it, what is happening there. So that is called as data mining. In library also, we'll use this data mining. This data mining is used to know the user's selection, user's choices, user's requirements, or the type of books that are most used, the type of documents that are mostly popular. For that purpose, we'll use this data mining technique. Okay, we can see the definition here in the paper, page number 271. See here, there are 4 or 5 definitions out there. You can write any 2 definitions in your exam. Minimum of 2 definitions you have to write. See here, I will read out the first definition. Data mining is known as knowledge discovery in databases. We are digging the mountain, big mountain we are digging. For what? For getting a gold, for getting some kind of a platinum. Ores are there. Very, very resourceful or very, very financially important sources. Here also same thing. We are digging this data mountains for knowledge. What kind of knowledge? It can be anything. It can be for good purpose, or it can be for a police investigation purpose, or whatever it may be. It can be anything. In libraries, usually it is for a academic purposes only. Okay. So here you can see the definition. It is defined as non-trivial extraction of implicit, previously unknown, and potentially useful information from the data. Okay, implicit, which is hidden inside. It doesn't know what is there, which is hidden. Previously unknown, which is not known. If you see the total data, you will not know anything. If you interpret it, you will know what is that, what's happening there. Then you are able to identify potentially useful information, not unuseful. Useful information you will be retrieving from the data mining. So data mining is a process where you will identify the hidden facts, you will identify the unknown information, You will identify the potentially useful information for the further processing. This is all called as data mining. Okay, this is all called as data mining. In data mining, it uses machine learning. Machine learning. It uses statistical and visualization effects, tables, graphs, bar charts, like that. Okay, we'll use bar charts. See, suppose for example, where are these used? In generally, based on the data available, the government will be announcing different schemes. Right? How much? See, for example, particularly RBI announces some kind of a rates. Why do these 7.23, 7.25, something like that they will be announced? Why not? Round figures. So here also same thing. Based on the data available, they have to take in that only, in that manner only. Okay. So there are four more definitions are there. You can learn any definitions. So whatever the definition used, it's nothing but knowledge discovery, knowledge extraction, knowledge digging, knowledge mining, whatever. Everything says same thing, that data mining is nothing but extracting the hidden facts, extracting the unknown matter, unknown information, or finding the suitable information, finding the useful information from a huge amount of data. From a huge amount of data, you are digging for a useful information. So that's called as data mining. Okay, right. Then yeah, yes. Now data mining. See in page number 272, different areas where data mining is used. It is given in 272, sales and contacts. Suppose sales manager, they wanted to know which product is getting more sales or lesser sales, why it's happening, what are the types of users are more, suppose they wanted to know what type of age group which are having more sales. So like that, they wanted to find out cell support data, demographic data, patient diagnostics. Patient in hospitals, they'll also use data mining technique. Okay, transactional data from an organizational website. Suppose something is happening in your organization, some losses are happening because of some kind of a what it should say, some kind of a hacking has taken place. So you wanted to find out. So for that reasons, this data mining is used in all those places. Okay. Now characteristics of data mining, page number 273. Data mining process. See here in that, first deciding the business objectives for data mining. That means why this data mining is being conducted. What is the purpose of that? You should know that. What is an objective of this? There should be objective. See, you have joined this course for doing something. Just like that, you have not joined, right? So there will be a purpose for all. Like that, data mining also, why you are doing, you have to find out the purpose for that. Then data preparation. So you have to collect the data, you have to prepare the data for that. Just like that. See, before you cook your rice, what you do? You'll clean it. You'll do some process. That's called as data preparation. So here also same thing. In data preparation, you'll do data selection, data pre-processing data, data transformation data. That means you will be checking the data whether it is perfect for data mining process or not. You want to do some kind of a processing for that. Okay, all that process comes under the second stage, that is data preparation. Then next is data mining. The process begins in the third stage, where you'll use some kind of a programs, algorithms, some kind of a software programs you will do for automatically processing that data. You'll not do yourself. It's not easy also. It's not easy for a human person to do it. It's a computer that only does this huge amount of data, process the huge amount of data. Okay, you will use the like algorithms, some software programs to be used for actual data mining process. Then after that, you will be analyzing the results. So there is some process, and you have got some information, and you will interpret that. Interpretation or analyzing the data is also done in the fourth step. Okay. Then in the fifth one, assimilation of the knowledge. Whatever the information you have got, you will be saving them. You will be saving them for the future purpose. You will not throw it away. Whatever work you have done, that you will be documenting it and you will be saving it. You will not lose it or you will not delete it. So that is called as assimilation of the knowledge. You will be saving it for the future purpose. Because sometime next day, after 2 or 3 days, some same person or another person is coming and you wanted the same result, you can readily give it to the person, right? So these are the steps data mining process involved. Okay, then oh, 5 minutes. Is it okay? 5 minutes. We'll finish off this.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right. Next is oh, yes. Okay, data mining techniques are there. So there are different popular techniques are there, which you can see in 274 page. Classification. Classification means arranging them in a proper categories. For example, if there are number of students, what you do? First, gender-based classification, boys and girls separately. Then again, class-wise. In a school, you wanted to classify them. What you do? You do gender-wise first. Then again, all first-class boys, second-class boys. Like that, you'll be classifying. Clustering. Clustering means grouping them in a one group, similar group. First means all first-class students in one group, all second-class in one group. Like that. Clustering. Cluster means similar groups. Again, statistical analysis, link analysis and visualization, audiovisual mining, sequential patterns and time series, web searching, text analysis, text mining. All these are the techniques which are used in the data mining tools. Okay. Then different data mining tools are also there. OLAP, online analytical processing, OLAP, that is there, which is actually it will be there in data warehousing also. OLAP, online analyzing processing, analytical processing. So what it does is it does analysis online, all the data which is retrieved, which is received from the different sections of the library or different areas. It is an organization. Okay. Next is data warehousing. Now, data warehouse. Warehouse means, like for example, in a bank, you will have a single database. One database will be there. Okay. For example, if it is a organization like Reliance, there will be multiple databases. Okay, in a bank, you will see only banking sector is there, banking organization is there. But whereas if you go for a Reliance organization like multinational organization, they have many. They have electronics, they have clothing companies, they have technologies, they have many. In the case of Wipro also, Wipro technologies are there, Wipro solutions like cosmetics are also there, Wipro bulbs are there, electricals. So there are many are there. So what in data warehousing is done is there will be huge amount of data coming from different heterogeneous sources. Heterogeneous, I am telling this word, heterogeneous means different sources, not a single source, single characteristic source. It's a multiple characteristic sources. So here, different sources, heterogeneous sources, the data is collected and stored at one place. So here, what is the use of that? And also, they will not delete. They will not delete the old data. They'll keep on adding the data. That's all. Suppose, for example, what happens in a bank. Suppose today I have my bank account. In my bank account, if I have 50,000, if I take out 10,000, 40,000 is there. That is updated. In bank, now my account balance is 40,000. Okay, that means that is dynamic. It acts, it updates very quickly. It updates. But whereas in a data warehousing, it's not updated. It stores the old data as well as the present data. That means time-wise, at so and so time the account was 50,000. Now this time it is 40,000. So whatever the different changes I have made to my account or during my transactions, all the transactions are stored. So what is the use of that? Again, same thing. If I wanted the old data that I will not have here in the banks, okay. Whereas in data warehousing, you can have that data, old data also. So here, time-oriented will be there. Time-oriented data will be there. So here, the purpose of mainly it is subject-oriented. See in 276, we can see that the definition given by Bill Epon, he says that he's the father of data warehousing. So he says that data which is there in a data warehouse is subject-oriented. Integrated data means different sources is collected and integrated. So that's called as integrated. And subject means specific organizations. Like I have given an example, like Wipro Cosmetics, Wipro Solutions, Wipro Technologies. So different subject-oriented. All the data is integrated at one place and non-volatile data. Non-volatile means it's not dynamic, it's not changed. It contains even the old data as well as the present data also, and time variant. Time variant, like your WhatsApp message, you can see the old data with the time. So suppose I have sent a message to my friend, I can yesterday, that day and time is also there along with that message. It's not erasing that old message. It is keeping the same message as well as the new message also. It's called as time variant. Here also, the data, whatever you have uploaded onto the data warehouse, even that is also saved along with the time. Okay, time variant. It's called as time variant. So like that, these are the four special characteristics of a data warehouse. And the data warehouse is a collection of integrated databases designed to support a decision-making process by the high-level authorities in solving solutions or solving the function, solving the problems of an organization. Okay. Then okay. Now, purpose of data warehousing is nothing but the data warehouse main purpose is to provide data in different timings, and you want to analyze it, interpret it for the lateral use. Okay, different operational purposes, different purposes for decision making and decision making processes. You wanted it, the data, right? Old data also, the present data also. In that cases, this data warehousing is the solution for that. Okay, so and you can see the evolution of data warehousing. So it starts with the data explosion, increasing power and decreasing cost of computer hardware. Why it has come out, right? Why data warehousing has attained so much importance? Data explosion, huge amount of data is there. So for that purpose, these are the solutions for that. Increasing power and decreasing cost of computer hardware, amazing power of desktops and client server architectures. Then push technologies, competitive business environment. There's a lot of competition in the business areas, organizations, between the organizations, right? So because of that reasons, this data warehousing attains very important. In libraries also, we'll have huge amount of data, transactional data. Every day number of people will be transacting the books, giving away, taking, will purchase the books, will search for the books, will search for the information. Different types of data is being generated in the libraries also. Therefore, in libraries also, data warehousing is very important. For that purpose, this topic is included in the PG courses, MLISC courses here. Okay, is it okay? It's done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. We'll stop here. So if you have any doubts also, you can later also you can call me and talk, and you can ask the questions, right? Okay.
Okay, sir.
So we'll finish out and we'll close it and we'll meet next week. Okay, next Saturday.
Okay, sir.
Huh?
Thank
Right.
you.
Okay, bye.